Hello everyone, I welcome you all in this video. This video is related to the major breeds of livestock. Okay, so as you know that this is one of the major important topic, and the major thing is many a time questions are being asked from this particular topic. But the issue is how to remember these much of breeds. Okay, this is the major question we have. So if you will see, there are a lot of breeds in cattle. Okay, then in buffalo, then in sheep, then in other animals, other category animals. Okay, so we'll try to see apart from cattle, we'll discuss rest of the breed and we'll see how we can remember for the examination. Okay, so in this particular video, we'll discuss the major breeds of livestock. So one by one, we'll see. So you know it very well when we talk about the animal husbandry. So what we are studying basically. So animal husbandry, as you know, animal is a very broad word. Okay, animal includes the human being also. But here we are not studying all. What we are studying then? We are studying or we are focusing only the animals which are domesticated, and not only domesticated but domesticated for the agri and allied purpose. So when we are saying the agri and allied means there is some kind of economics related to that. Okay, so animal husbandry uh, captures or basically covers those animals having the economic value from the agriculture or allied point of view, or we can say that simply the economics associated with that from the farmer's perspective. Means farmer will get some of the income if he or she will rear these animals. Okay, so in this we are studying this. Then a term again is there. What is livestock? We are using livestock again and again. What is livestock? Livestock is if you will break, है ना, हिंदी में हम लोग कहते हैं संधि विच्छेद. If you will break it from between, so there are two terms. Okay, one is live, another is stock. So it is a living. Live means a living. Stock is what? Stock is a kind of inventory which upon sale will give you the revenue. So this is a kind of a stock which is living being and having a economic value. So what I told you in the animal husbandry also. So animal husbandry are those animals, or basically we are covering those animals having the value or basically the economic value which is important from the farmer's perspective. Similarly in the livestock, it is the value or it is the animals which are living and having the economic value. I hope this is clear to everyone, so you can use or you can understand the question better from now onwards. Okay, so you can see these are the major animals, pigs, swine industry we are calling them. This is a major breed of cattle, so this is under the animal husbandry or cattle husbandry. Then this is poultry and this is sheep. So we'll discuss it in detail. So we'll start from the buffalo. What you need to understand, buffalo is Bubellus bubellus. One more thing you need to understand, buffalo is indigenous. Okay, while the cattle is not indigenous to India. Buffalo is indigenous, having the scientific name Bubellus bubellus. Family is the Bovidae, subfamily Bovini. Okay, again scientific might be important but not of this. So let us start with the major breed of the buffalo, that is the Murrah breed. So you know it very well. Murrah is a very famous breed of buffalo, and basically it is an important breed of buffalo whose home is Rohtak, Hisar, and the Jind of Haryana, Naba and Patiala district of Punjab. So basically Murrah, if you will see, it is in the western UP to Punjab, and in the somewhat region of Rajasthan also. So this is the specific, we can say, the home tract of this particular breed, and the major we can say the characteristic feature is the tightly curved horn. So you can see here it is a tightly curved horn. Few horns are like broadly curved. So but this is a tightly curved horn like this. So it is a tightly curved horn. Body size is massive, head of female is short, hips are broad and forehands are quarters are drooping. So basically what you need to remember is one thing, you must remember the name of breed. Basically like this much of information is required that Morra belongs to buffalo. Okay, you should not get confused कि Morra कहीं गाय तो नहीं है. So basically this is a breed of buffalo. Then where it belongs, then the specific characteristic feature, definitely you will be not able to remember all these features because when you are studying so many breeds, so it is not at all possible. Okay, few important things like the cow are one of the most efficient milk and the butter fat producer in India. Butter fat percentage is 7%. Average lactation yield is 1500 to 2500 kg. Few individual can yield up to 19.1, and age at the first calving is 45 to 50 months, and the intercalving period is 450 to 500 days. So what is important here? So what we have seen, this is a breed which belongs to this particular region. Many a time you will see the questions are coming from the and they are asking the home tract. Okay, and similarly they are asking specific features. Then is the Neeli Ravi. Okay, Neeli Ravi is again, it is a famous breed which is basically in the Punjab region and in the Sahiwal district of Pakistan. So we can say that along the border. Okay. Usually the color is black, and simply this is the most important thing is desired character of the female is the possession of white markings. So you can see here the white markings are there. These are the we can say that at the terminal points the markings are white. So you can see in the terminals the white markings is there. So it is in the Neeli Ravi. Okay. The muzzle is fine, the head is elongate, the frame of medium size, peculiarly breed is of the wall eyes. So you can understand that you cannot remember each and everything, but this thing is the feature. Like in the Murra, now we have this understanding that it is having a tightly curved horn. So in the Neeli Ravi, it is having the terminal ends with the white markings. Okay. Then is the Bhadavri. Okay, Bhadavri is again important. This is majorly famous in the central part of our country and in the UP district. Few districts of UP, like you can see Agra and the Etawah. So Agra, Etawah, and then extended up to the Gwalior district of Madhya Pradesh, because Gwalior is in that part only. Then you can see the body is medium size in the wedge shape. So you can see here, this is a medium size. Okay, body is usually light or copper colored. It is not very much dark black. So this is again a different. Two white lines, chevron, are present at the lower side of the neck, similar so that the Surti buffaloes, similar to that of Surti buffaloes. So you can see this is the present, and this is again a characteristic feature. Average meal killed is 800 to 1000 kg. Okay. The buffalo are good draught animals with a high heat tolerance. Fat content is varies from 6 to 12.5%. There is the Zafrawadi. So Zafrawadi belongs to Gujarat. Basically the Gir forest, and the home tract, or we can say the breeding tract is Kutch, Jamnagar district of Gujarat. So you can see that the drooping horns, and these are the heavy horns and inclined to droop at each side of the neck and then turning up at the points, but less tightly curved that in the Murra. Okay, Murra is having a tightly curved horn. So this you have to remember. Okay, this is a characteristic feature. Whenever we are saying the characteristic feature, that means this is a specific features having in this particular breed only. Okay, no, you will not find it in any other breed. Okay. Average milk yield varies from 100 to 1200 kgs. Okay. Then is the Surti. Surti again belongs to the Gujarat. So if you will say the Gujarat is having a good number of breeds of these buffalo, and the Kera Baroda district of Gujarat. Color is the rusty brown to the silver grey. Okay, and the head is long with the prominent eyes. The horns are sickle shaped. So you can see here the sickle. Just say this is the sickle. So these are just like a sickle shape. So this is the differentiation based on the horn. So you can remember some these kind of features. How will you remember? Again, by a single reading, it is not possible to remember all the shapes again of the horn, horns, whether it is of cattle or buffalo. So how you can just discuss with your friends, just give information to others. Don't worry, they will not able to fetch the good marks as compared to you. Don't worry about that. Don't be competitive. You will be able to remember for a longer time, because when you will explain that, it will clear to you, and you can easily differentiate them. Okay. Then is the Mehsana. As you know, that Mehsana is a town in Gujarat. So again, this breed belongs to the home tract, we can say. This is the again Mehsana belongs to the Gujarat and adjoining state of Maharashtra. Breed is supposed to have the evolved, but the crossbreeding between the Surti and the Murra. Body is longer than the Murra and the limbs are tighter. Head is long and heavier. Milk yield is 1200 to 1500 kg. Okay, so this is the basic features of this Mehsana. Other breeds, if you will see, Badavari, basically, you know, this is found in central region, so, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Jafrawadi is again Gujarat, Marathwadi in the Maharashtra, Mehsana in Gujarat, Murra in Haryana, Nagpuri. Murra though we have discussed, you know, Murra is very important breed. Okay, so you must remember Mehsana is again important breed. Nagpuri, Neeli Ravi, Punjab, you know, border area in Punjab as well as in the Pakistan. Pandharpuri, Maharashtra, Surti, Gujarat, Toda, Tamil Nadu, Banni in Gujarat, Chilka in Odisha, Kalahandi is Odisha, Luti Swamp in Assam, Bargur in Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh in the Chhattisgarh, Gojri in the Punjab and Himachal Pradesh, and Dharwadi in the Karnataka. There is a place known as Dharwad. Odisha is Odisha. Okay, so this is about the buffalo breed. So I have given you the brief about these breeds. So I hope you will be able to remember, and how you will able to make some correlation like that. Now coming to the goat, you know, poorest man cow, we generally call it. Scientific name is the Capra Igagrus hircus. Okay, family is the Bovidae. and again it is classified into three categories. One is the meat purpose, broad purpose, and the milk and meat purpose. So you know it very well that meat is a not a good term. It is better term is Shivon. So for the meat of goat is known as not what? Not the mutton, that is Shivon. Okay, so whenever we are using the word meat, it means Shivon. Okay, for the mutton, it is sheep. You need to remember. Meat purpose for the Telecherry, Osmanabadi and Kanyadu and the Black Bengal, these are the famous breeds. And for the draft purpose, the Chegu is there. Milk and meat purpose, Beetal, Jamnapuri and Barbary. Okay, so let us start from the Himalayan breed. So you will see these breeds are basically found in a Himalayan tract. So these goat breeds are white haired and sturdily built. Okay. The common breed is Gaddi, Jamba, Kashmiri, according to the some localities where they are reared. They are inhabit of the Kangro and the Kullu Valleys, Chamba, Sirmaur, Shimla, and Himachal Pradesh and the other Jammu Hills. So many a time IBPS have asked this question. Okay, in the various examination, not only in the IBPS A4 number, but in other examination also. Then is the Pashmina and the Chengthangi. So you can easily understand that Pashmina name is related to the high quality fabrics, and they produce the softest and the warmest animal fiber that can be easily used for the formation of shawl and all other things. The yield of Pashmina varies from the 75 to 150 gram per goat. So this is Pashmina. Then there is Chegu. This breed is found in the mountainous range of Spiti, Yaksar and the Kashmir. Again this is Himalayan. Then is the Jamnapari. This is native of the Etawah district of Uttar Pradesh. So many a time they have again asked this particular about this particular breed because they are having the leggy with a large folded pendulous ear. So you can see these are the large pendulous ear. Prominent Roman nose. They carry long thick hair on the hindquarters and has a glossy coat. Horns are short. Okay. Lactation period is of 12-50 days, varies from this much. Okay. Then Beetle, again this is mainly found in the Punjab, and this breed is evolved from the Jamnapari breed. Okay. Kathiawari, so again you can understand this is a native of Kutch, northern Gujarat. Surti is resemble Birari goats, possess white and the short legs. So again this is a characteristic feature. Popular in the Bombay, Nasik and the Surat. Okay, so then central part as well as in the Gujarat part. Okay, the Kenya or the Osmanabadi. They have originated from the mixture of goats of the plains, and they are the black mixtures of white and black. Red also found. The milk yield is basically 1.4 to 2.25 kg per day. Okay. So what you need to understand here, because again you may get confused. You need to understand which are the famous breeds and where they are belong. Okay, because this is important. They may ask a question related to their state name. Okay, then there are some exotic breed. So you have seen the question related to the Sunyan also. Sunen's related question. It is a native of the Sunen Valley of the Switzerland. So it is also known as the Queen of Milk. Okay, it is a famous for the high production. The persistency of the yield is known as Queen of Milk. Okay, so this question was asked earlier. Toggenburg is also there. Toggenburg is again from the Switzerland. This is a hornless breed. Okay, so females are hornless. Then Alpine, because they belong to the Alps mountain. Nubian, so originated in the Nubian, that is northeastern Africa. Okay, long lived and the hardy animal. Anglo-Nubian, okay, then Angora. Angora is again famous, okay, because it is having a superior quality fiber that is called as a mohair. So this can be asked, Angora. Okay, average fleece yield is 1.2 kg. Good animals yield up to 6 kg. Okay, other breed of goat you can see here, state wise. Etapedi is the Kerala, Barbary is the Uttar Pradesh, Beetle is Punjab, Black Bengal is West Bengal, Changthangi is Jammu and Kashmir, Chegu, Gaddi, belongs to Himachal Pradesh, Ganjam, Odisha, Gohilwadi, Gujarat, Jamnapari, Ganni, Kutchi, Malabari, Marwadi. So how you can remember these things? So you can remember by discussion. Okay. Then coming to the sheep, Ovis aries, family Bovidae again. So they can be grown, reared basically for the main two purpose. One is the meat purpose. So meat is known as, just we discussed, it is not Shivon, it is mutton. Okay. Then is the wool purpose. So sheep are very famous, and specifically some Eve. So now you can easily remember what when I am saying Eve. So what does it mean? So basically this is a adult female. Okay. So this you have to remember. Adult female of sheep is known as Eve. Okay. Then Nilagiri, Trichy Black, Coimbatore, Deccan, Marwari, Gaddi. Merino, Rambulet, and the Shepherd. So you can see few names are common. You might have seen these breeds in buffalo, also in goat also, and again in the sheep. So you can see here, this is the Vembur district, Vembur breed. It is a meat purpose breed, white color skin. Okay. Then there is a Nilagiri. So you can see it, wool purpose breed. So it is clearly visible by the picture, but in the examination you will not have the picture. Trichy black. So you can see this is entirely black breed, and it is having a specific type of wool because it is black wool, black colored wool purpose breed is this. This is commonly found in the Salem, Trichy, Perambur, and the Dharmapuri districts of Tamil Nadu. Okay, this is the Deccan, Bombay Deccan region. Okay, the average annual yield of wool is 4.54 kg per sheep. Okay, Nellore, then is the Marwadi, Gaddi breed again. So Gaddi is also a breed of sheep. So you might get confused. So you need to remember. Okay, the Dorset, or again this belongs to the Kistwar, Banderwar tehsils of Jammu, and Rams are horned, Eves are hornless. So you can now easily understand Rams are male and Eves are female. Okay, Dorset. Then this is a Merino breed. Again, this is a very famous breed, most popular fine wool breed of world. So this you have to remember. This is the Merino breed. Okay. Rambulet. So this is a native of France. It is an excellent fine wool fleece. So these are the famous breeds. Okay, Rambulet is there, Merino is there, Dorset is the Gaddi. These are the famous breeds you must remember. Other breeds of sheep are mentioned here. So again, similar to like you can also can correlate Nilgiri was the breed of other animals also. Okay, then is the chicken. Chicken is basically the poultry, and specifically for the meat purpose. So there are various breeds like the Ankleshwar, Asil. So you must know again Ankleshwar, like this is related to the temple also because we can easily remember. So it is home practice Gujarat. Asil is in Chittorgarh, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. Busra, Chittagong. And a Danki, Devthegir, Gagas, Harrington, Kadaknath. Kadaknath is very famous because of its black meat, okay, and it belongs to the Madhya Pradesh area. Okay. Nikobari, Punjab, Brown Belly, Cherry, Mewari, Konyan, Hansli, Uttara. Uttara is of Uttarakhand. So I have seen many a time they are asking specifically breeds of Himalayan region. Okay, so this is my observation. Then again, that's why I told to remember the state-wise animals name, fish name, and these things. So you will be able to remember. Then coming to the next part, that is the pig. Sus Scrofa domesticus. Sus domesticus is also the name. So large white Yorkshire, middle white Yorkshire, Niang Megha, Agonda Goan, Tenyai, Nicobari, Do pig, and the Zoam pig, Gurra pig. These are the breeds of pig. So we are not explaining this much about the pig, but you need to just go through it once. So basically, after listening to this complete video, so you might have kind of puzzled state in your mind now. So again, for better understanding, not for the better understanding, but for the better retention in your mind related to these questions, because these are very confusing, you need to discuss it among your friends, or just try to revise it again and again, and also try to do some MCQs. You will get to know. So after this video, you need to attempt the MCQs. Okay, then you will be able to realize how much you are understanding or how much you are able to remember. So this is about this major breeds of livestock. We'll meet in next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to this particular video, and in this video we'll discuss about the management of cattle in dairy farms. Okay, so this is again an important topic for the animal husbandry point of view, because here we see how we are actually doing the animal husbandry. So when we talk about the animal husbandry, so now it is very much clear to everyone that what does it mean. So basically husbandry means the management, or we can say the care. So husbandry means husband, husband is taking care of his family. So similarly the name is taken. So you can see here, this is a very famous breed of cattle. You might all be remembering this. This is HF. HF is Holstein Friesian. Okay, so Holstein Friesian. So basically this is a simple picture. They're not very much associated with this particular thing. So today we'll be discussing about the management of cattle first. So cattle is what? Again, we are talking about the cow. So in a general term, denoting all the operations which are related to the maintenance. Maintenance means the life of cattle. So from beginning, from birth to final milking milking stage we can see. So it includes how we are feeding, how we are housing, what are the various methods of housing, how we are providing them drinking water, how we are grooming them, how we are washing, providing exercise, treating sick in animals, and training the young stock. So everything is covered under the management of cattle. Okay. So as you know, the very basic thing is the housing, है ना? सब हम अपने लिए भी कहते हैं रोटी कपड़ा and मकान. So similarly, मकान for them, housing management. So housing is very essential for maintaining a proper health. Good health is very much required. Otherwise, you know it very well how much rapidly diseases can spread from one animal to another. Then is the comfort and the protection for getting maximum production from the livestock. So if the livestock is in the comfortable position, then only we can get, we can expect the higher return from that. Otherwise, so it very well, sick cow cannot produce a milk. So then is the selection of sites. So for the housing management, what are the various factors which should keep in mind? So first thing is the topography and the drainage. So it must be there. So it very well, drainage is a very basic essential thing, because whenever rainfall is there, otherwise there will be kind of water logging. Then the soil type, what are the sources of water, accessibility, labor availability, marketing, and the electricity, ventilation, thermoneutral zone. So all these things are basically are the important factor we can consider when we are selecting the site for this animal husbandry, or we can say the housing for the cattle. Then there are various type of housing method, and major two common are, one is the loose housing barn and another is the conventional dairy barn. Okay, so what is this? This is the loose housing barn in combination with some type of milking barn or parlor. So it is like this is the space, and we have put some, we can say, the railing, and inside this all the kettles are there, but they are not tied with the rope. So this is the kind of losing housing barn in combination with some kind of milking parlor. So this is a space where they will be tied for the time being when the milking is done. Then is the conventional dairying farm. So conventional dairy farm will say how we are keeping animals here. So the loose housing barn system, as I told you, this is the system where the animals are kept loose except for the milking and at the time of treatment. Otherwise, this is open. So this is a kind of most economical, because we are not making any specific manger, and we are not doing the space classification or categorization. So this is a loose housing system. So advantages of this loose housing system is cost of construction is significantly lower than the conventional. It is possible to make further expansion, facilitate easy detection of animal in heat because they are open. Animal feel free and therefore proves for more profitable with even minimum grazing. So there are various proofs. Overall better management can be rendered, we can say, because this is open type. Then cattle shed. Okay, so again inside this we can say the important thing is the cattle shed. So cattle shed can be, entire shed should be surrounded by the wall of at least 5 height from the 3 side and manger side, etc. on one side. So like this is the we can say that format. This is a rectangular or a square, whatever may be. So the entire shed should be surrounded of the boundary wall of at least 5 feet height from the 3 side, and from the one side we can say this is the manger, and again the height should be 5 feet. So this is kind of cattle shed. The feeding area should be provided 2 to 2.5 feet of manger space per cow. Okay, this is we have to consider when we are housing the number of cow there. All along the manger there will be the 10 feet wide water tub to provide the clean and even available drinking water. Okay, so beyond there should be open unpaved area surrounded by the 5 feet wall within one gate. So this is for the easily access. Shed for the calves. So on one side the main cattle shed there will be fully covered shed 10 to 15 feet nearly accommodate the young calves. Such sheds with suitable partitioning may also serve as a calving pen under the adverse climatic condition. Okay, behind the covered area there should be 20 by 10 open area having boundary walls so that calves may move there freely. Okay, so this is the loose type of housing system. The another type of housing system is the conventional. Conventional is where we are tying them. Conventional barns are compositely costly, now becoming less popular day by day. However, by this system, cattle can be more protected from the adverse climatic condition. But as we mentioned, as we discussed above, the proof of higher productivity in the loose type of barn are more. The following barns are generally used: cow horses or sheds, calving box, isolation box, shed for the young stocks, and the bull and the bullock sheds. So this is the kind of classification when we are making the conventional. So we can see here the cow shed. Cow shed can be arranged in a single row or a double row. It all depends upon the how we are using the space. So one is the single row less than 15 animal, and for the double row more than 15 animal. So if this is a space, so if we have only few animals, so we can tie them like this. But if we have more animals, so for utilizing better, so we can make the manger like this, and we can tie the animals like this. Okay, so this is again, so you can see here, this is tail to tail system, and this is head to head system. So in a double row housing, the stable should be so arranged that the cow face tail to tail or face in head to head system is preferred. Okay, so this is for the better utilization of space. So you can say both are having their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, but we can say tail to tail system, the spread disease is very high, because there are so many diseases associated with the legs and reproductive tracts, and even we can say the excreta. Okay, like the very famous disease, what we can say, that is foot and mouth disease. Although it can be easily spread through this kind of common manger in the face to faces, head to head system also. Okay. Then is the cowing boxes. So this is a special accommodation to form the loose boxes enclosed from all sides with a door to all pertinent cows. So this is an area of about 100 to 150 square feet. For the soft bedding, it is having the soft bedding, and it is for the purpose of cowing. Okay. Then there are some isolation boxes. Isolation boxes for the specific cattle having some kind of infection. Okay. So animals suffering from the infectious disease can be segregated and can be taken to that particular box, and it is having this much of area, 150 square feet. Okay. They should be situated at some distance from the other barn so that it cannot be transmitted to them. Okay. Shed for the young stocks. Calf house must be provision for the daylight ventilation and the proper drainage. For efficient management housing, young stock should be divided into 3 groups, जहाँ पे young calves aged up to 1 year, bull calves, and the female calf can be separated. Okay. Now we can see here the space or the floor management. So for the calf below age of 3 months, this much of area is required, 20 to 25 square feet. Okay. For the calf age of 3 to 6 months, this much of area is required, 25 to 30 square feet. Then calf from the age of 6 to 12 months, to 30 to 40, and calf of over 1 year, this much of area is required, 40 to 45 square feet. Okay. Then about bull and bullock shed. So loose box with a rough cement concrete can be made by this much of dimensions. Adequate arrangement of light and ventilation is basically required, and the width of entrance must be 4 feet and 7 feet and is the height. Then for the cattle feeding, okay. So again there are basically two main purposes of the cattle feeding. One is the maintenance, and then is the production. We have to maintain the animal so that it can be economically viable for us, and definitely economical viable means the productivity.
ली ब्लैक और लेट ली ब्लैक में क्या फर्क है पोटैटो में?
Healthy, then he or
मैं पढ़ा, मैं भूल गया, हल्का सा मतलब मुझे चाहिए, मैं भूल गया, मैं पिछले
so
से
the
पढ़ा था।
maintenance required cow include feed, perform the body function, production include secretion of milk and all these things. So basically this is related to the products. This is
वो तो पता है कि कुछ फर्क भी है कि
so the nutritional requirement along with the water, protein, carbohydrate and all those things are required, and they are basically given through the roughages and the concentrates. Okay. So all feeds of the dairy cattle are basically classified as a roughage and as a concentrate. So roughage is basically as the name indicating, it is a kind of, we can say, like in the solution the solvent is. Concentrate is having a high concentration of nutritional thing. Then is the drinking water. So cattle requires a large quantity of the clean water for drinking. The feed of cattle is made up mostly of the dry fodder, and water is required for moistening and digesting it. So water is one of the important things. Okay. Grooming and washing is required, for the various purposes. Identification, this is again very important. Okay, each and every calf born is identified to its dam, that is mother, and the sire, that is father. Okay, for the following reason, it is vital to identify each animal. And what are these? To perform the history of each animal, basically we need to maintain the pedigree. Pedigree means वंशावली, है ना, कौन किसका बच्चा है. To carry out the daily farm operation like feeding, breeding, किसको पता चला एक ही को बार बार नहला दिया, एक ही को बार बार खिलाने में लगे हुए हैं. So for that we need to have the identification and accuracy in the record, clear and the dispute over the lost and stolen, claim insurance, and the hard book of the pedigree animal. So that's why identification is required. Various methods are branding, tattooing, tagging, photographing, electronic tagging, and the microchips. So you can see this is the branding. It is the putting some numbers, letter, design, whatever, with the hot iron or the chemicals. Okay, branding is used for making marking cattle, and basically it is done when they are 1 year old. So there are different type of branding. Okay, like you have seen, there are hot iron branding, chemical branding, and the cryo branding. So uh, there is different type of
जॉब के बारे में
branding.
क्या बोला
So
है?
depending, although nowadays hot iron branding is not commonly used, but earlier it was very commonly used. Okay, there is a tattooing.
हो गया?
So it is kind of piercing.
तो हमने खुद कहा कि
Is
हमने
that
उसको देखा काम ट्रेनिंग किया हुआ था उसने बाहर
the side of ear or applying the
हमने कहा कि हमने काम देखा बंदा वो मेहनती है काम करता है
you
हमने
can see
उसको
here,
वो
this is
किया
kind
ऊपर
of tattooing also. So
बाकी एक सीवम
we
जो है
can see that
फोटोग्राफ में
these kind of
उसको
punctures
भी
are
हमने
made
जॉब
with
करना
the
है तो हमने कहा पहले ट्रेनिंग करो
then
उसके
is
बाद
the
ट्रेनिंग
tagging.
करना है आपको
Tagging means the tags are attached to the ear so that easily they can be identified. So nowadays the common method is this tagging. Okay, so we are not doing any kind of branding, rather we are doing this tagging only. Photographing, but again photograph, taking the photograph, but again by the photograph there are some challenges. Electronic tagging means with the help of syringe, it is specially designed to push the chips under the skin of the animal. Okay.
उनको
So
जहाँ मिलेगा
these are the other dairy farming practices like exercising,
तो भाई तो ट्रेनिंग का
grooming,
मतलब क्या
bedding,
है
dehorning, castration. All these methods are followed for the various
हम करके
animals.
आए ना
So
तो बहुत
these
मजा
are
आया
considered under the management. Exercising is very much required to
लाइफ
keep
में तो
them
काम करने
physically
पड़ेगा
fit and muscles must be active. So for that, there must be some exposure to the sunlight, some exercises, and more than vitamin D must be supplied. Then grooming, then bedding, and the dehorning. Dehorning is another important.